No price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself, said Nietzsche. Throughout my journey, I have come to understand the profound truth in these words. These are not just philosophical musings, but actually a principle that has guided me through the ups and downs of life. I have discovered that creating your own path in life is not only about having a vision, it demands the courage to make your own choices, especially in tough times. Everyone has the power to shape their own destiny. This endeavor is not merely an act of construction. It's a poetic interplay of will, wisdom, and workmanship. Let us delve deeper into this artistry, drawing inspiration from the luminous minds of various philosophers to unfold an expansive blueprint to craft a life of purpose, meaning, and excellence. The blueprint of your life must start with your why, your vision and purpose. It is that canvas upon which you will paint the grand portrait of your life. Aristotle said, "Where your talents and the needs of the world cross, there lies your vocation." Identify your unique gifts and talents and see how can they serve the world. This is that intersection where your vision should lie, not only providing you meaning and purpose, but also the motivation to do it. Nietzsche promotes the idea of Übermensch or overman, a concept representing human development and self-overcoming. The Übermensch is an individual who transcends traditional morality, societal norms and values to create their own. This person does not just accept societal standards, but seek to define what is meaningful and valuable according to their own terms. They embody self-mastery and individualism. In essence, the Übermensch represents an ideal of the highest form of human development and self-actualization. Once you have a vision, you must believe that you are able to do it. Conviction plays a pivotal role in self-development, serving as the foundation upon which achievement and success are built. It is the firm belief in one's values, goals, and abilities, often guiding our actions and behaviors. I am a regular listener of the Founders Podcast, where David Senra reads the biographies of great entrepreneurs and leaders in history. One of the most common traits I heard again and again among all those great people were this belief in their own abilities to do great things in life. Just like a structure without a solid foundation, a life without self-knowledge is susceptible to collapse under the slightest pressure. Delve into the core of your being. Try to know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your biases. This all will provide you the information that you need to lay a solid foundation for the life you want to have. He that knows himself knows how to strengthen his weakness, and the wise man conquers everything, even the stars in their courses. Baltasar Gracia. Nietzsche's concept of the will to power is central to his philosophy. It is the driving force in humans to assert and extend our power and influence. In the context of life's architecture, it means actively shaping our circumstances and conditions rather than passively shaped by them. Building on the idea of self-assertion, one must pursue excellence in one's chosen field. In his book Mastery, Robert Greene argues that a path to mastering a skill or domain is essential for personal fulfillment. To architect your life, identify your own natural inclinations and passions. Choose a field that resonates with you. This often requires many years of disciplined work and apprenticeship. Dr. Paul Gandhi, a recent guest at the Huberman's Lab podcast, described generative drive as the foundation of self-knowledge and our mental health. He defines generative drive as our desire to create, build, and contribute to the world in a meaningful way and appreciating the process to get there. Be curious about yourself. Try to explore your unconscious mind, the deepest layer in the structure of the self. Journaling can help you identify patterns in your thoughts, how you approach the world, and to develop a concept of the self, which all could be leveraged for greater self-improvement. Find the route to self-inquiry that suits you perfectly. That could be hiking, playing sports, or going for a walk. Wisdom, according to famous philosophers like Plato and Seneca, is a mix of deep understanding, good behavior, and big ideas about the world. Plato believed wisdom really meant getting the deepest truths about life and living according to them. Seneca, who wrote a lot about living a good life, asserted that wisdom is about making smart choices, controlling our emotions, and not being afraid of death. It is the work of fate to make us live long, but it is the business of virtue to make a short life sufficient. Life is to be measured by action, not by time. Seneca. The pillars of life are fortified by the wisdom acquired through introspection and external knowledge. Wisdom is not just static, it requires unquenchable curiosity and a drive to learn and understand things. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of perceiving events and circumstances objectively. He advocated suspending immediate judgments or emotional reactions, such as labeling something good or bad without reflecting upon it. It is not the events themselves that concern people, but their judgments about them. Nassim Taleb's philosophy is not a step-by-step guide, but a mindset that embraces uncertainty, encourages resilience, and fosters continuous learning and adaptability. I want to bring in two concepts from his inserto in today's context. Skin in the game is a principle that emphasizes the importance of bearing the risk of your actions. In architecting your life, that means making decisions and choices where you face the consequences, thus leading to more informed decisions. It's about accountability and fully owning the decisions that shape your life. The principle of non-linearity teaches us that the relationship between cause and effect in life is not linear. Small changes could have a massive impact, and big efforts could lead to negligible results. Being mindful of this can help you in making more effective decisions. The architecture of existence is held together by the beams of discipline and consistency. It is that force that bridges together the gap between intention and action. I believe that military-grade discipline is required to rise up to the challenges that pop up every now and then in life. Aristotle wisely noted that we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. In this spirit, cultivate the beams of discipline in your daily routine, whether in health, financial management, or personal growth. Find out ways to be productive and optimize your schedule to address the highest priority things in a day. Let's have a look at a couple of examples from history. Leonardo da Vinci was a true polymath from a very young age, displayed insatiable curiosity about the world. Despite not having any formal education, he pursued knowledge relentlessly. He filled out his notebooks with diagrams, images, and going into so much details that is unfathomable. He left behind 30,000 pages of notebooks. This is the amount of time and the level of detail that he went into over decades in trying to understand the world around him. Leonardo never felt himself arriving at the final destination. His constant exploration provides us an image of a man endued with himself, always pushing the boundaries. Often cited in the discussions of child prodigies, Mozart started composing at a very early age. However, his most celebrated and most complex compositions were not done until well over 2 decades later. His relentless pursuit of his curiosity and his commitment to his craft is what led him to become the master of the art of composition. Self-mastery begins with the mastery of one's habits. Our lives are a collective sum of our daily habits, the brick and mortar of our existence. Each habit, whether small or grand, is a conscious choice that contributes to the grand design of our lives. So consciously choose habits that are aligned with your long-term vision. Atomic Habits is a book by James Clear that delves into the intricacies of habit formation. The central idea of the book is that small, consistent changes in behavior lead to significant transformations over time. These tiny changes are referred to as atomic habits, drawing on the analogy of atoms serving as the building block of matter. The Power of Habit is another great book that delves into the science of habit formation. The book is structured around the central framework that habits consist of three steps loop: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue triggers the behavior, the routine is the behavior itself, and the reward is the benefits gained from that behavior. Your emotions should be under the command of your intellect. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius noted, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. The interior of your life structure, the realm of thoughts and emotions, is as important as the exterior. Mindfulness, the art of being engaged in the present, makes sure that this interior is filled with meaning and purpose. As the Enlightenment thinkers emphasize the use of reason and reflection, we should also use meditation for ensuring mental peace and clarity. In The Laws of Human Nature, Robert Greene dives deep into the aspects that govern human behavior. Understanding these points provides us the clarity that why people, including our own selves, act in certain ways. Recognizing patterns in emotions, behaviors, and motivations can help us be more self-aware and be more in control of our emotional state. He highlights the importance of social intelligence, the ability to read and influence the emotions of others. But being self-aware is a precursor of understanding the emotion of others. Recognize people, thoughts, or behavior that disrupt your own emotional state. Awareness is the first step towards control. Develop resilience, self-reliance, and independence. The Ubermensch does not rely on external validation or societal approval, but finds strength within. A wise man adapts himself to circumstances, as water shapes itself to the vessel that contains it. Seneca. The ability to change and adopt is your real superpower. It helps you not just to get by, but to also do well no matter what life throws at you. Success always comes from hard work that never stops. It's about learning something new, pushing yourself, and be the best you can be. This is what drives you forward. You are going to face tough times and fail sometimes. But the real test is, can you get up and try again? Each challenge that you face will make you stronger and more confident. And this confidence is quiet and deep. This transcends into all areas of your life. Nietzsche's concept of amor fati, or love of it, encourages a wholehearted embrace of life with all its sorrows and joys. It is the ability to accept life in all its entirety and say yes to every aspect of existence. In conclusion, crafting the masterpiece of your life is an ongoing active pursuit. As the architect of your destiny, embrace the power that you hold to shape a life filled with autonomy, purpose, and excellence. Thank you so much for being here today and watching this video. It would help me a lot if you like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.